What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Avenge channel. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. This channel I kind of want to hinge around building stuff and cars and whatnot because that's kind of one of my favorite hobbies to do. But I'm kind of excited because I finally got my hands on a guitar that I always wanted. For the past 8 to 10 years I've been really kind of looking for a 12-string guitar, but being that I'm more of a kind of a thrashy, distorted type player, a 12-string never really fit into, say, my playing. A 12-string to me is kind of just like a very clean type of guitar. It's something that you pick up, you play your cleans, and then when you want to play distortion, it's just, it doesn't seem to have that real oomph to me like just a regular 6-string or a 7-string. But one of my buddies sent me a link to a guitar that came up local probably about a week and a half ago, and it was probably more so 25% novelty to me than anything else, but it's the guitar of all guitars. I mean, we all seen this guitar. So I just had to jump on it. I kind of was like, you know what, do I really need that? And then probably about an hour later I was driving to pick it up. So without further ado, without talking so much, I'll show you exactly what it is. So guys, this is a guitar. This one is in pearl white, of course. This is a special edition, limited edition, I think they are. This is the Epiphone version. It's a double neck guitar, of course, based on the SG. Like I said, this is the Epiphone G1275. Now, I'm kind of a brand name guy. I like Gibson, and I like Jackson. I try not to really get the lower end unless I kind of have to. But in order to get this guitar as a Gibson, I believe they started at something like 99 or 8,900 Canadian, and once again, just 12-string, and I'm kind of just I just pick around here the little office or studio type thing I have set up here, and that price is just way out to lunch for me. So that's something I would never ever be able to own or want to even spend that amount of money on. So this was the logical choice. Now, being in Newfoundland and to find one of these local that came up used in great condition, very rare opportunity. So I kind of figured, you know what, I had to grab it. And like I was saying previously, where a 12-string kind of doesn't fit into my playing, where I felt that it would just be over in the corner and I'd pick it up and just lay it down, it didn't really make sense for me at the time to pick one up. But this is kind of getting two birds stoned at once. It's you know, we have the 12-string on the top, 6-string on the bottom. So you can play that really nice clean part up here and then switch back and forth. And you can have your 6-string down the bottom. So I kind of want to do a little spin on today's video because the guy that actually sent me the link to this, that's probably one of my only buddies that are into guitars. That's the only guy. The rest of my buddies, they don't play guitar. They know what guitar is. They listen to it on the radio, I'm sure. But when I sent them a Snapchat of this guitar, they were just kind of like, what the hell's that? How do you play that? You know, like, you don't have 4 hands, man. What are you doing? And not sure if they were being ignorant or just trying to be funny, but it kind of got the wheels kind of turning. Like, do people know what these are? Like, do people think that they're just more of a gimmick type thing? Or so this one's kind of going to be for a little bit of you guys that are non-guitar players, and just to show you why these exist. And I'm super excited with it. I can't beat the smile off my face ever since I got it. I'm stoked that I was able to even have this in my home. So just to give you a little rundown of what's on the go here is we have our 12-string up on top, of course, and we have a switch that switches between the top and the bottom. So all in all, we have 18 strings. We have 12 strings on the top, 6 strings on the bottom, and they are tuned the exact same way as a regular 6-string. We have our E, A, D, G, B, E. And that's just a regular normal tuning. There's no alternate tunings. Now with that being said, you can alternate tune all this, so you can drop D, etc, etc. But for this video, we'll just stay in just regular tuning. So E, A, D, G, B, E. It's the same with everything. Now that's the bottom 6 strings. So the 12-string to me is just really shimmery, really clean, and that's what I really like about it. But to a lot of people, yeah, we have 12 separate strings with 12 separate tuning keys, but the way I kind of look at it is that we have 6 pairs of strings, I guess you would say. It's still 12, But what I'm saying is that we still have the E, A, D, G, B, E tuning with the top four, E, A, D, G. They're just one octave higher. So they're still tuned in E, A, D, G, just one octave higher. Now, the last two strings, B and E, did I say that right? Yes, and they're just tuned in unison. So what that means, they sound the exact same, they're tuned the exact same, they're not an octave higher, they're not an octave lower, they're just the exact same tuning. So what that gives you is, we'll just do very nice sounding. So what that gives you is a real very bright, shimmery, kind of lively sound. And it gives you the opportunity to play your cleans up here and then to get kind of dirty and play your leads and your fills or whatever down here. And that's what this guitar is all about. Now the switches, of course, I might as well just run through the switches. We have our typical neck pickup, 2 pickups, and our bridge pickup. And the exact same with this one. We have our neck, middle, and bridge. Now this switch right here actually just goes between the two. So right now we're up, so this is our 12 string. Now we're down, so we have our 6 string. But in the middle, we actually have the opportunity now to have all our up and down kind of as alive, and we can kind of play very simple stuff like that. So this kind of, you know, to me, it gives me the opportunity that now that I can play my clean parts, and then if I want to just get a little bit into the distorted, there's only hit the switch here on my amp, and you know, you can get the same crunchy sound that we always get. Here's your opportunity. Now, the one thing that I will say about this is that I'm still learning how to play the 12 string part of this, because where we have 2 strings essentially in one, you now have to make sure that you're pressing the 2 strings to get the proper note and the proper sound. And the same goes for your right hand, because that kind of means that you have to make sure that you strum the 2 strings to get the proper string. Because it is possible to miss and just get one of the strings and, you know, it doesn't really sound the best. As you can see, is that really shimmery, but when you want to get a little bit dirty and you're going to go me, that's exactly what I needed in a 12 string, because like I previously said, the 12 string to me is just, you get that really nice clean tone, and after the clean part is over, well, you kind of got to lay it down. And I've seen, I think, Metallica in some aspects, in some studios or some concerts, I believe, that actually has the acoustic 12 string kind of just mounted on a stand, and they'll play the clean part on that, and then they'll just kind of step away from it and they'll go play the regular 6 string guitar. So this guitar here, just to give you a little bit further, I believe it's, you know, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. He's kind of, I want to say, the godfather of this guitar, because that's the only guy I can really picture with this guitar. Now his was red, where this one is the Alpine white with the gold pickups and whatnot. I know it's, you know, it's an Epiphone guitar, but it's one of those things that I've always wanted, and I'm really, really grateful that I was able to purchase it. So yeah, where it's essentially just a clean sounding acoustic part of it, it really gives that shimmery, and I'll just play a couple little riffs so you can kind of see the difference between the 6 string and the 12 string. So, and personally, I think everything should be 12 string. Now that I've been playing it more and more, I think that all the clean parts of songs should be 12 string. I believe a couple really good riffs with this was Bryan Adams. Something like that. I picked that up by ear. I never really sat down and learned that song. Once again, it gives you that option to so that's where this guitar fits in the music world, I guess you would say. Once again, I'm still learning it. I just figured I'd do this quick video to show you guys, you know, how stoked I am on this thing. And I think this guitar has kind of found its forever home. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think this is going to be one of those things that I'm just going to carry around. Because at the end of the day, if the novelty kind of part of it wears off for me, it's going to look cool as hell hung on the wall. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. I have tried alternate tunings. One of my favorite bands of all time is actually Big Wreck, Canadian band. I believe they formed down in Boston or something if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of them. But you know, Ian Thornley is just an amazing, amazing guitarist. Really, really great with alternate tunings. So I have been playing around with alternate tunings, but it's kind of nerve-wracking because you do have 12 strings that you have to tune, even though that, you know, they're all E, A, D, G, B, E. It still has to be one octave higher or unison. So yeah, I really, I think that's going to be a wrap for this. I'm not going to bore you guys too much. I just, like you say, I wanted to show you guys my new guitar. But thanks for watching. The next few videos, I think, is going to probably be car related, maybe another build. I'm not really sure, but I was slacking a little bit. It was a couple weeks, 3 weeks since I posted my last video on the break. If you guys follow along on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, I would like to say thanks to Swag Off-Road. They put the Swag press brake up on their Instagram page. I think that's really cool. Coming from Newfoundland, and you know, when bigger, I want to say bigger platforms and bigger businesses kind of realize we're up here and we realize what you're doing, that it kind of puts a smile on my face. I do get a little bit stoked, and I do, you know, it kind of makes me a little happy. But thanks for watching. I'll definitely see you on the next build. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Feel free to hit me up, probably message. I'll get back to you if I can. Thanks, guys.